Most people think wealth is something that happens to other people, luckier people, better connected people, people who are born into the right family or stumbled onto the right opportunity at the right time. But here is what I have found after studying thousands of financial cases. Wealth does not announce itself before it arrives. It sends signals, quiet, easy to miss, completely ordinary-looking signals that most people walk right past without recognizing what they mean. And if you are watching this video right now, there is a very good chance that several of these signals are already present in your life, and you have no idea how close you actually are. My name is MoneyTruth, and today I am going to show you 10 signs that a financial breakthrough is closer than you think. Subscribe right now because this might be the most important financial video you watch this year. Sign number 1. You have started tracking your spending. Not budgeting, not cutting things out dramatically, just tracking. You opened a spreadsheet or downloaded an app and started writing down where your money actually goes every month. This sounds small, it is not small. Research from the Journal of Consumer Research shows that people who track their spending reduce it by an average of 15 to 20% without making any other intentional changes. Just the act of watching where money goes changes where money goes. If you have started tracking your spending, even imperfectly, even inconsistently, you have crossed one of the most important psychological thresholds in personal finance. You have moved from financial unconsciousness to financial awareness, and that transition is where every real financial breakthrough begins. Sign number 2. You've had your first uncomfortable money conversation. You told someone no to an expensive trip you could not afford. Or you had an honest conversation with your partner about debt. Or you called your credit card company and asked for a lower interest rate. Whatever it was, you did something financially uncomfortable that you would have avoided 6 months ago. This matters enormously because financial breakthroughs are not primarily math problems. They're behavior problems. And behavior only changes when discomfort stops being a reason to avoid action and starts being a sign that action is happening. Every uncomfortable money conversation you have had is a data point proving that your financial behavior is changing, and changed behavior is the only thing that creates changed outcomes. Sign number 3. You have automated something. You set up an automatic transfer to savings, or you automated your 401k contribution increase, or you set up automatic bill payments so you never miss one. Automation is the single most powerful wealth-building tool available to an ordinary person, not because it saves massive amounts of money immediately, but because it removes the decision from the equation. Every time you have to make a conscious decision to save, willpower gets involved. And willpower is a depletable resource. It runs out, it gets tired, it loses to Netflix and takeout and a bad day at work. Automation does not get tired. Automation does not have bad days. Automation just works. If you have automated even one financial behavior, you have built a wealth-building system that will keep working whether you are motivated or not. That is more powerful than any amount of financial motivation you will ever feel. Sign number 4. You have paid off one debt completely. Not reduced, not made progress on, completely eliminated. One credit card, one car loan, one medical bill, one student loan. Zero. Gone. Done. The psychological impact of completely eliminating one debt is disproportionate to the financial impact. Something shifts when you prove to yourself that you can actually finish what you start financially. Debt elimination is a skill, and like every skill, once you've done it once, you believe you can do it again. That belief that I have done this before and I can do it again is the foundation of every financial breakthrough. Sign number 5. You have started thinking about net worth instead of income. You stopped asking, how much does this job pay, and started asking, what does this opportunity do to my net worth over 5 years? You stopped measuring financial success by your salary and started measuring it by total assets minus total liabilities. This single mental shift from income thinking to net worth thinking is one of the clearest early signs of a financial breakthrough approaching, because income can disappear overnight. Net worth compounds. Income is a river. Net worth is a lake that feeds itself. The moment someone starts optimizing for net worth instead of income, their entire financial decision framework changes. And when the framework changes, the outcomes follow. Sign number 6. You have had a genuine scare.
A job loss, a medical emergency, a car repair that wiped out your savings, a month where you genuinely did not know how you were going to pay a bill. I know this does not sound like a sign of a breakthrough approaching, but hear me out. Financial breakthroughs almost never come from comfort. They come from moments where the gap between current financial reality and desired financial reality becomes so undeniable that change becomes the only option. The people who build real wealth are almost universally people who had a moment, a scary, uncomfortable, financially humiliating moment that made continuing to ignore their finances impossible. If you have had that moment and you are still watching financial education content, still trying to improve, you are further along than you realize. Because most people have the scare and go back to their old patterns the moment the crisis passes. You did not. That matters more than you know. Sign number 7. You have started saying no to things. You declined the expensive group dinner. You skipped the vacation you could not afford. You said no to the car upgrade everyone expected you to make. And critically, you felt okay about it. Not deprived, not embarrassed. Okay. This is one of the most underrated signs of approaching financial freedom. The transition from feeling deprived when you don't spend to feeling empowered when you choose not to spend on things that do not advance your financial goals. When saying no starts feeling like strength instead of sacrifice, you are closer to a financial breakthrough than almost anyone around you. Sign number 8. You have learned something about investing. You read one article about index funds. You watched one video about compound interest. You opened a brokerage account even if you haven't put much in it yet. Financial knowledge compounds just like money does. The person who understands compound interest is more likely to invest. The person who invests is more likely to keep investing. The person who keeps investing is the person who achieves financial independence. The learning always comes before the result. Always. If you're consuming financial education content, and you are because you're watching this video, you are in the accumulation phase of financial knowledge. And that knowledge is silently preparing you for decisions and opportunities that are coming. Most people never start learning. You already did. That gap is enormous. Sign number 9. You have a number. Not a vague goal like I want to be wealthy or I want to be financially free. A specific number. I want $500,000 invested by age 55. I want to eliminate $45,000 in debt by 2028. I want a net worth of $1 million by age 60. A specific, measurable, time-bound number. This matters because vague goals produce vague results. Specific goals produce specific plans, and specific plans produce specific actions. The moment you write down a specific financial number with a specific date, your brain starts unconsciously solving for it. Every financial decision gets evaluated against that number. Every opportunity gets filtered through it. If you have a number, even if it feels impossibly far away right now, you are already operating differently than most people around you, and that difference compounds over time. Sign number 10. You are still here. You watched this far. You're still consuming financial education content. You haven't given up on the idea that your financial situation can be different. That persistence, quiet, unsexy, completely unremarkable persistence is the single most reliable predictor of financial breakthrough that exists. The people who never improve financially are not the people who lack talent. They are not the people who lack opportunity. They're the people who stopped, who got discouraged, who decided that financial improvement was for other people. You are still here. That means you haven't stopped. And the people who don't stop, who keep learning, keep adjusting, keep making slightly better financial decisions month after month, those are the people who eventually cross the threshold into real financial freedom. Not because they got lucky, because they didn't quit. Your financial breakthrough is not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And when depends entirely on what you do starting today. Subscribe to MoneyTruth because the truth about your money is the most valuable thing nobody ever taught you.